Yo, 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 how's it going, you guys? It's your boy Nick, HOUTX Trader, coming from North Dakota. I'm in a hotel room. I got to be here in North Dakota to do a little bit of work. So, yeah, let's get started, guys. This is for training purposes only. This is not for financial advice. If you need financial advice, please go see a financial advisor. We're going to look at 30, we're going to look at NAS, and we're going to look at gold, and that's pretty much all we're going to look at. I am thinking about getting into UJ, so maybe we'll look at UJ. I used to have good success with UJ back in the day. And so we will look at that. All right, guys. I'm on just my mouse and not my normal trading with all the screens. So give me a second. Sorry if things are a little weird. Yeah, okay. So US30 is super simple, if you ask me. US30 is in a gigantic sell-off, and there is no reason to buy. Okay, no reason. We do see that there's a fib for the bottom to the top, and we have this nice little double bottom, which is going to be liquidity. Okay. We have the 88.6, which is right below it. So if you ask my opinion, and this is why you guys are here, this is our sell, this is our buy zone, excuse me. We're going to wait for that to get there. And then once it does get there, then we can start taking buys. Now, I want to show you guys this that I just recognized because I haven't really marked this chart up on the 4 hour too much. Look at the RSI. Way oversold. And this is the 4 hour, which means it's oversold. No doubt. There could be some reversals. Okay. So I fully expect to maybe see a push up, maybe down to this little area there, wherever. It doesn't matter where it is. All right. Maybe even test the trend line. Who knows? My point being is push up, push down, push up, push down, and then maybe some consolidation. Who knows? And then go. All right. So I would like to see this come down there, right? And what we're looking for then is that is the first touch, which is way oversold to our side. The second touch will be less on the R side, giving us divergence. The third touch will be the trigger. That'll be the let's go, right? Waiting for this to clear out, waiting for the third touch on the RSI being divergent, and then we can buy. So I'm not going to put a buy limit there right now, right? I'm not going to jump the gun, but that's fully where I expect to buy. I fully expect to have my stop loss right there at the 10%, and then take this bad boy to all-time highs. Okay. The Trump stuff is behind us now. I fully expect this to sell off today. Excuse me, tomorrow, which is Friday, and then maybe teeter tatter around till next week. Wednesday, Thursday, this will hopefully be down there, maybe even sooner, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and then we buy up. Our confluences are going to be the RSI, it's going to be divergent, it's going to be the fib zone, and then we can play this, or if you want to be a little bit safer and you want to wait for the trend line to break, then you play the trend line break. All right, I'll post both of these up in the Discord, but basically that's where it's at. That's what we're waiting for. Okay, so nothing on 30. If you're not in these cells that we called out live earlier this week, don't tell you, you missed it. But we called out that sell earlier in the week, and we called out that sell right there, that trend line earlier in the week as well. So massive trades that were called out live. NASDAQ, again, this trade was called out last week on the live trade and even in the Discord and Telegrams. And look, guys, I know a lot of my Telegram people were measuring this fib top to bottom right here. Let me just get rid of these sessions real quick. Okay. They were measuring that fib from top to bottom, and they pulled the 88.6 and they took the sell and they got some pips. Congratulations. Awesome trade. Really good trade. I was like, not, I think it's too early. I think it's too early. And so this is the reason why. Let me delete this and let me delete this. You can do this, guys. Once you see that the trade has then turned and the momentum has became bearish, okay? I'm trying to get my computer to zoom correctly. Not that easy on a mouse pad. Okay, so then this then showed me here There's the low. These broke and took that liquidity. I'm now seeing this engulfing candle consolidation engulfing. I'm seeing that these cells have broken this trend line, this area. I mean, even if you wanted to do that, you could say, well, there's a trend line break right there. There's the trend break. And then that's a touch. That's almost a touch. Getting there, there's a touch, and there's the break, right? So for me, once that broke, and then once these lows closed, or didn't close, but came and cleared out these, I'm like, yo, now the bears are here. Now the guys are here. The sellers have stepped in. So I pulled that fib, right? From here to there. And now my entry is at the 88.6, like it always is on the big fib. Let's delete the big fib. Let's go back and draw this again. For some reason, it didn't stay. Right? Now look at where my entry is on the 88.6. And now look at how small my stop loss is. Because if you'd have taken that big fib, your stop loss would have been, way up here somewhere. We don't want that. So we were a little more patient. We pulled that fib once it broke structure. We pulled the fib and then we took a trade. And we haven't looked back. All right. And it's melting. And the Trump news come out and it's melting, right? So we start to look at, and I've taken the majority of the TPs off this. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, it's a huge trade. I've hit several percentage on this. I don't even know how much, to be honest with you. But I still have a runner. Even my runner's up at like 1% right now. And I started at 2 lots. I think I'm down to like 0.2 or something shit like that. And it's still up 1%. So that's a massive fucking trade. And that's how we caught that trade. Okay. Entry. Let's just measure it out. Last week, come on, dude. Maybe I'm pushing the mouse button on the wrong side. I don't know. So, I mean, we're up 4,000 pips. Holy shit. That's ridiculous. All right. On the gold trade that I did take, I did not take the first one. I admit it's in the live videos. You can look at it. I called it out and said, I'm not taking it. I'm waiting for this. But if you guys want to take that, there's your entry. Okay, that can't be 10,000 pips. There's just no way. It's 30, 39 to, so it's 1,000 pips. Okay, so that's 1,000 pips. 39 basically flat to basically 38 flat. That's 1,000 pips, right? So there's 1,000 pips and 18. So this says it must be 400 pips. Right? Yeah, 400 pips, not 4,000. I don't know why. Oh, I said 4,000 here, but 18.8 to 18.4, 400 pips. However you want to look at that, whatever it is. Hell of a trade. Let's look at Goldie. So again, on NASDAQ, nothing. Dude, there's no reason in the world why you're buying NASDAQ. The only option then is to wait for some internal structure. Let's look at some buys. Because if you're not in sales, you're screwed. Too late. And there's no buys. There's just no buys. Don't even fucking look at it. There's no buys. Forget about NASDAQ. Don't even look at it. If you're not in sales, forget it. If you are in sales, start taking profit. Obviously, you're protected by now. And at this stage, run your trailing stop loss. So this is the way I think about that. You can take your profits and put it in the bank. Let's just make up easy numbers. You had $100 of profit. You could close out half, put 50 in the bank, and leave your stop loss. Okay. Worst case scenario, you get broken out at you get break even, you put $50 in the bank. Or you move your stop loss to $50 on profit, and now you still have your whole lot size to run in case it keeps going. Right. So don't always be over anxious to take your profit. I would be more anxious to have a trailing stop loss. Basically what I'm saying. Yeah. Especially when you get down to the runner stage or you get down to like a quarter of your percents left over, just trail it. And then you never know. You never know how long it runs, right? Gold. I am actively looking for sells tomorrow. This stupid trackpad. I need to get better at this. Okay. I broke this down. So let's start a little bit on the higher time frame. Okay. Obviously, we're bullish. Everyone knows gold is bullish. There it is on the daily. It's going crazy. Okay, I get that. Let's look on the 4-hour. Look at the big sell-off. Bear flag, sell-off. Okay? So It's not inconceivable to think that this is going to continue to sell. Let's break out the magnifier, the magnet, and let's make sure we got a good trend line there. Okay. Let's go to the 15 minutes. So this is the area that we're playing in. Okay. We had a bear flag. It broke. Structure. It's still bearish. Overall bullish. I know we want to be in buys, but it's really bearish right now. It's bearish. Okay. Let's look at 15. So this is what I'm seeing. I had no idea until just now. I'll be God's honest truth with you that trend line was sitting right there because I just drew it. Let me try to zoom out. I need a fucking mouse with a trackpad. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, fib. As you know, we're selling from the top to bottom, going in the direction. We are looking for a pullback to get into this trade. Okay. Therefore, we are looking to take this trade at the 78.6. Let me delete this real quick. I'll put a line. Actually, let's do this. This is going to be our sell zone, right? I don't know why. There we go. This sell zone. Okay, that's our sell zone. We can also look right here and see that this is the order block. This is where all of those trades, where all of the consolidation happened. Get rid of the stupid magnifying glass. This is the order block right there, right? Top of this area to the bottom of these wicks. You get the idea. It doesn't have to be spot on perfect, but pretty close. So our 78.6 is right at the bottom of this sell block, which you could, if you wanted to say, right here is in support and resistance. Resistance, resistance, support, right? So if you're a support and resistance player, okay, one way I like to look at support and resistance is go to the line chart, and perhaps we delete that and we just put a straight up horizontal line. What I like to do is match the bottoms to the tops. All right. And it looks like, I mean, you can't make this up. These tops here and these bottoms here, they're not perfectly, but I'm going to overlap both of them just a hair. I don't even care what the fib is. I'm not looking at the fib. But if I put a line there, I have just a little bit of these tops and I have just a little bit of these bottoms, right? That's pretty close. That's pretty close. That's close. That's close. You get the idea. That line, for me, regardless of where the fib is support resistance. Okay. It just so happens to be right where the 88 fucking 6 is. Like, this stuff happens for a reason. These charts move in these patterns for a reason. Okay, back to our candlesticks. Okay, now then, we see an order block, we see 78.6, we see support and resistance. Okay, this was liquidity that's been taken out, so I can delete that now. Okay, let's delete this stuff down here. I don't know why I was drawing that, but I do see then, look at me, 2 fingers on the mouse pad. I'm getting good, guys. All right, the Elliott wave. Push up. Now, I guess you could consider this the push, but that's kind of like a little double top. I want to consider that the first real push. Retracement, push, retracement. We're looking for the push. Okay. We don't know where E is, but we're looking for it. I'm going to call it right there on the 78.6. So therefore, with my strategy, I love to mark off the second leg of the Elliott wave. And then I see where the TP is. The 23.6 is right above our 78.6. And, right above, I mean, it's right below the 50% of our order block and damn near the 80s. It's basically all lined up. So if I take a sell at the 78.6, does it really matter if the entry's here or there? I mean, where's the candle really going to turn around? How many pips is that? I don't give a shit. I'm going to take the sell there. I'm going to run my stop loss up to here because really we're working inside of that fib from this top to this bottom. Therefore, my stop loss needs to be on that, right? And then we're shooting for this area down here. We come back out to the 1 hour, right? So let's come out actually to the 2 hour. There's a clean double bottom, that would be TP1, right? But look at where the extension is. And actually, if we really think about it, look at where this is. This is your fib that we're working in, comes back up to the 236. Okay, now look, guys, this shit just matches up, man. Look at how the 236 is right on our blue line, which is right where support resistance is, which is right where the 78.6 is, which is right where the order block is. It's fucking lining up, man. The shit lines up. So it's not saying that the trade's going to be perfect. We might lose the trade, but holy shit, we're starting to stack some confluences on why that's going to be a good entry. I hope we get it. We don't know until it happens. Okay. But now look at where in this, dude, I'm doing this live. This is not pre-programmed. Look at where the 23.6 extension is on the first fib, and then it lines up perfectly with the 61.8 on our TP extension on that fib. So if that's not a take profit, I don't know what is. I mean, what can I say? It just fucking makes sense. Now, maybe because it makes sense, it might not work. Okay. But we have a plan in place. We have a plan. That's our sales. Now, what are we going to do if it just melts from here? Well, I have no idea because there's literally no buys. Okay, let me rephrase that. Let me delete all this shit because there is a buy. All right. This then, if it sells from here and we fib, wrong tool, we fib this here to there, look at all of this consolidation, all right here. Okay. And then what do we do? We will be right here in the 78.6 after that breaks. All right. And our stop loss is right there. And then it goes up. And then we'll be if it melts from here and then it goes up, and then we look for our sells down. So it's either A or B. Either this market's going to go up and we hit our 78.6 and we sell, I sell, you guys do what you want. It's not financial advice. Or it goes down from here, hits that 78.6, takes that liquidity, and then I buy up to target the other 78 points, and then I fucking sell. So I'm not sure if it's going to be A to B or B to A or whatever it's going to be. I don't know. Wife is texting me. Give me 1 second. Tops. Okay. So yeah, man, that's what I think. And I said I was gonna look at UJ real quick. Let's look at the UJs. Oh, MPW. My somebody that I work with says watch MPW for whatever that's worth. Perhaps I'll be watching that. Okay. I was considering, I didn't do it, buying UJ um on this. So let me just show you real quick. I saw this fib here to there, and I was considering buying it, but it broke. Okay, so let's just delete that. Let's get rid of that. So then, what do we have? Okay, well, we have this then as a order block and consolidation. We'll just mark off this whole thing. Okay, that's a 61.8. Now look at what this candle did. It wicked below the 61.8 and closed above it. So I'm hesitant to buy this right now, but if you look at UJ, I mean, there's not a more bullish chart you're ever going to find. This is the monthly, right? Look at how bullish this has been since January 21. So 4 years, 3 years, this has been off the chains. All right. We can see that. This did break, but it did not break and close below. Very important. It did not close below. So what do? We either play it safe. Okay, look, dude, this shit just lines up, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the TP for that in the 88.6 sitting right there. That's a buy. Okay. Let's be patient and buy right there. And what does that do if we buy right there? That also protects us. I mean, that protects us from this low. that soaks up whatever liquidity is left here. I think it's pretty much taking that liquidity out when it had that there. But then we also have like this Elliott wave, right? You could, I mean, maybe that's one. There's two. This is that. Maybe we get a three, right? I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to say if you want to consider this really the first leg, like if that's really the bottom. We could delete that and draw that again. Perhaps it's here, right? And who knows if that's even the top, but you get the idea. It's starting to flow back down. Let's do this. I really wish I had all my screens. It's so nice to trade when you have three screens, and one of them is that big ass ultra wide one that I have. Fuck, just having a mouse is nice. Okay, let's come down just a bit smaller. And yeah, we could say that's the first leg of the Elliott. I'm cool with that. Right? One, two, retracement. Actually, that was a good sell right there. I'd like to see this liquidity get taken first, but anyhow, two and then three. So let's see if we can get this push. We are not oversold on the RSI. We do have one here, right? And now look, guys, it starts to make sense. If we're playing the divergent game, we have one oversold right there, first touch. Two oversold right there, second touch, right? If we have this third one now, this third leg get lower, but it does not break this, and it hangs out up in this area, then we can see the true divergent, right? And again, this is something that I don't like about here, because when you come down to this area, the little thing wants to pop up and it won't let you draw. But you get my point. I wish they would take those away. These little fucking zoom left right buttons. How do you get rid of those? Press reset chart view Alt R. Okay. Can I just reset you the fuck out of the way? Anyways, you get my point, right? We want to see the RSI get weaker, and that would give us divergent. So, I mean, I like that. I like UJ buys right there. Okay. The news tomorrow with the Trump thing can give us some sell-offs on the dollar, right? I don't. Unfortunately, the Japanese yen has been shitting the bed as well. So, dollar gets weaker, yen gets weaker. Um, it's a battle of the weaknesses. To be honest with you, I'd make it almost seem bullish. Um, dollar goes down since it's the MERS one, and then if GJ goes down, it would make it go up, right? So we're doing one of these um, on the pairs. So you'd like it to be like that. Yeah. So okay. So anyways, I'm gonna buy UJ right there. I might as well just put a limit in. I'm gonna buy UJ right there, and then I'm gonna take it to all-time highs. It makes sense. It's in our sell zone. It's the TP for this big fib right there, and it's a good R to R. I mean, even if we double top right there, it's a 4-1. If we go for the TP extension, which in this bull ass market it's going to hit, it's probably going to hit the big extension before it retraces. 5-1 trade. Okay, 5-1. All right, guys. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Real quick before we go, here is the news. We have big news tomorrow. Core PCE, personal spending, month over month, blah blah blah. Here's my dot card, guys. Go check out the dot card. Here's my YouTubes, my Twitters, Instagrams, my Flash Funding. If you need a broker, a funded challenge, and you're tired of wasting your own money, losing all the time, go get a funded account. $10,000, it's like $70, and you get 10 G's to trade with and get all your training and practice on the funded account. Because at the end of the day, if you completely screw it up, you're only losing the $70 to buy in. All right. And if it costs you $70 a month to trade a $10,000 account and you want to learn how to trade US30, go spend the $70 as opposed to losing $70 in one trade on your normal account. Right. Go get a funded account until you fucking know what you're doing. Pip Connect is Andy Peters Discord. I'm going to be updating the link to that. If you need in the Discord, hit me up for that. Bored Ape Solana Club is an awesome NFT and an offering group. Go see those guys. What up to my boy Dak? And this is Magic Eden. This is where you buy it. And shout out to My Flash Funding for helping us sponsor this page. We will be giving out some challenge accounts, the 10G accounts next week. So yeah. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. Thank you. If you have any questions, please hit me up. I'd be more than happy to help y'all out. Remember, guys, I don't sell anything. I have no signals. I have no paid Discord. I have none of that shit. The only thing I ask you to do is smash that thumb button, hit that subscribe button, help me out, grow the YouTube channel. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to help you guys out, because the more I talk, the better I get, the more I learn. It just fucking spreads the love all the way around. All right. Y'all have a good night.